The Book of Ezekiel by Kristen Pilar and Rachel Miller. This book was written by the prophet Ezekiel in 571 BC. It was written to the inhabitants of Judah, and it was warning them that judgment was about to fall upon them and that they had to repent. Ezekiel is an exilic book. This book was also written at the same time as Jeremiah. Also, during this time, visionary mathematician Pythagoras was born on the island of Samos in Greece. Ezekiel was a priest who received visions from God and was convicted to share his messages with the inhabitants of Judah. Ezekiel foretold of the captivity of Judah by the Babylonians and allowed Judah one last opportunity to repent. In chapters 1 to 3 of Ezekiel, God reaches out to Ezekiel during the 5th year of the exile of King Jehoiachin. He approaches him through vivid visions and tells him to confront the sinful nation of Judah for their rebellion against God's laws. In chapters 4 to 24, Ezekiel goes to the people of Judah and delivers God's message of destruction. He goes about this through parables, such as comparing them to an adulterous woman, or two sisters, which represented the northern and southern kingdoms of Israel. In chapters 25 to 32, Ezekiel addresses other nations and predicts that judgment will fall upon them because they mock the God of Israel due to Israel's captivity by King Jehoiachin. These 7 nations are Ammon, Moab, Edom, Philistia, Tyre, Sidon, and Egypt. In chapters 33 to 48, God delivers a message of deliverance and restoration of the nation through Ezekiel once again. Ezekiel not only prophesies about Israel in this time period, but also the coming Messiah, the Antichrist, and other end-time prophecies. Ezekiel specifically goes into depth about the Antichrist, whom he gives the name Gog of Magog. The Antichrist is described as a leader coming from the north tribe of Israel. The first few verses of chapter 38 describes the nation that Gog will conquer and turn against Israel to storm them. It is mainly a warning to Israel. God says in verse 16, O Gog, I will bring you against my lands that the nations may know me when I show myself holy through you before their eyes. In chapter 39, Ezekiel speaks of Armageddon, a fiery battle in which brother turns on brother, but at the end, God ultimately defeats the Antichrist. In verses 1 to 29, Ezekiel vividly describes the battle. After Armageddon, Ezekiel provides a guide on how to burn the weapons and bury those who died in battle. Verses 25 to 29 shows God's forgiveness and restoration of Israel, and shows how he will make the glory of the millennial kingdom a reality. Ezekiel is an amazingly depictive book that shows that although we may stray from God and his laws, he may take us through trials and tribulations, but God will always deliver us from our enemies and glorify himself through his church. All we need to do is stay in the Word and trust his plan for our lives.